everyone, welcome to Junk Journaling Barbie. I'm Barb. Welcome to Letter O Day. And today, if you've seen by the title, is for me, I'm doing organizing 5 items that you probably use at least 3 or 4 each time you sit down to do your journaling, junk journaling, scrapbooking, card making, etc. So I'm going to start off with, as you probably see, washies. Okay, so this is how I store my washi tape. I have quite a few containers. I just put 6 of them to show you kind of maybe how I organize them, maybe by color. Like this one here is all of my darker grays and blacks for the most part. I do have some over here that don't belong. I think it's because they just didn't fit in any other cases, because as you'll see, they're all full. I need to invest in more. The problem is where I keep them in my cubby only fits a certain amount, and I'd really like to keep them in that space, okay? Because I've learned from watching the collab with Cara Brandon changed my life that she did with Dana K. White. Because I'm telling you, I could not have organized my room if it wasn't for me even knowing about Dana K. White. And then when I watched Cara Brandon do her 1 hour is better, oh my gosh, that was my brain. My whole entire life. 53 years I lived without even ever knowing. I won't go on that rant. Maybe I'll talk about that another day. But that's why I say about the container. So these containers, yes, they're all in one container, but I couldn't live with just one container of washi. So all my containers of washi are in one shelf. And if I get more washi, I have to use it or get rid of it. So there's the concept, kind of. Anyway, so here's a lot of my grays and blacks of washi, and of course some extras. I'll just do a quick flip through all the containers. Here are some of my more pastel-y. I got these from, I think I got these ones from Walmart. No, these I got from Michael's. There's a couple of like Scotch tape brand, and they have designs of Santa and Christmas trees on it. I don't know why they're in there. They shouldn't be. And then these ones down here, wish I could remember where I got them, but they all have the tape on the back. Like, not tape on the back. They have paper, and you got to peel the washi off of that. There's some instances where I like that idea, but I'm not about the fussiness and having more garbage around, so I really don't care for those that much, but I love the gold in that. And then in my next one is a lot of playful ones. So there's a lot of animal prints and birds, which is an animal, and there's cats. I see a penguin and dolphins. There's like all different animals. I think that's the theme I stuck with. And again, you'll notice there's some gold trimmer on these leaves. Those probably had nowhere to be, so I put them in with my animals. And then my next one, I guess I have all my kitty cat stuff in here. I'm noticing a lot of cats, some of the maps, some tea. These look like it's the one that I would use for family members' journals that I'll be doing, because they're more pertaining to certain family members that I will install in their journals. So it's easy to find. Okay, and in this one, I know what I have. I have all my teeny skinny ones. So they're just so tiny. I find these so hard to work with. They're so thin. So they're all every different kind of small one I have. I don't even know what's on them. Flowers too. There's guitars, animals, butterflies. I'm seeing music notes. There's like everything. So they're not in any particular order. And then I got these ones. These are all from Dollarama. So that's a dollar store in Canada that, as I air this today, everything's either from $1 to or less to $5. So if it's after and they raise prices, I don't know. But there's some really, really pretty ones. I love these pastel-y jewel tone type colors. I guess that's not a thing. Pastel and jewel tones are more like jewel tones. Okay, and then my last one here, I think, is another one that's family oriented. Yes, music and kind of nerdy and reading and that kind of thing. Some Chinese or another language writing. Paris, they're all things that pertain to my family or to things that I would make frequently. So, and on these, I'll close that one. I used my label maker. I have one of those old vintage label makers, not so vintage. My mom had one before years ago. She says she doesn't know what she did with it, but I ordered one. I loved it so much when I was a kid. It was from Tupperware, I believe. But anyway, that's another story. I just ordered one on Amazon. And then I ordered the tape part of it. I ordered off Temu, however you say it. And labeled every single one, because I'm all about labeling right now. So there is my how I store my washi. And when I get around to doing a room tour, surprise, that won't be too long from now, as long as you don't mind my eclecticness. I will be doing a room tour, though. Let's just say that. That'll make me committed. All right, so let's go on to number 2. Okay, number 2 organizing. I have my stencils. So in my large, I have even larger than this, but this is a 12 by 12 photo album. And I have some that are a little bit larger that used to come in a Friskers kit. And you used to, went back in the scrapbooking like 25 years ago. And I used those extra large ones for coffee dyeing. So I have those just hanging in a special hook on my wall. But these are all the rest of my stencils fit in either 12 by 12 or this binder. So first I'll just show you my 12 by 12. I have these round ones on the front. These are more for wood if you're doing a woodworking sign. I won't be using it for that. I can't see me taking up another new hobby when I do this and I knit and crochet. I ain't got time for that. So this just, I kept in the original pages. Then I put a colored I stole the white paper that was out of that so I can copy dye them. And I just put in some plain 12 by 12s that I won't use anytime soon, and I just put them in here. So these ones, they're just I don't know if you want to complete flip through to see all my stencils or not. I know I enjoy seeing a slow walkthrough of everything, but I'll try to keep this kind of on the shorter side, and maybe when I do my room tour I'll do a short video and then I'll do a longer video where I talk about everything in detail. So yeah, I just have lots of the larger prints that I can do if I want to do a total background. These are my circle dies. These actually came out of a baby thing, like it had balloons and I don't know what it was for. I think it's to measure the size of the balloons, so if you're blowing balloons up, that's what that's for. And this is just a skeleton from Halloween. It's a full-size skeleton. I don't know why I have that. And then I have some extras. I guess I gotta get those pegs to expand or another book and put more in. So that was the first one. And this one here is all anything that'll fit in less. Now this one I use a lot. You've probably, if you've watched my ABC April 2025 hashtag, if you've been following along, I used this one in one of my days, which was to make lines for my one Oh, my journal card. That's what it was. On the back of my journal card, I put the lines on it. Okay, so this one, I guess I have some random over here to put away that I probably used. And again, I just have random pretty stencils just saved. These are layering stencils, as you could probably tell where they came from. Timu. I try my best not to buy anything that's from a certain company that I'm aware of. I do my research. I check, make sure I don't recognize any of the work, but I'm not perfect, and I probably started collecting things on Temu before I even knew about designers, honestly. So yeah, there we go. So I can walk you through more of what I have if that's something you would like to see in the future. And then I have one more, because you're probably going, you don't have any Tim Holtz? Oh, yes, I do. I have a little collection. I've never been able to order off of his website. I don't even know if there is a website or if it's off of what it's off of, but I've ordered off Amazon. So, oh my gosh, I don't even know where they are. Just 1 second. That'll teach me. I didn't even put them away, and look how easy it is. I have an S hook on the side of one of my shelves, and I just hang these from there. And then I have my Tim Holtz ones, minus these two are not Tim Holtz. I just threw those on there. Actually, I should take them off while I'm thinking about it, right? Because I just used these on my sister-in-law's birthday card that I had made her, which she's gone away, so I have to make it another day for her. She's coming back tomorrow, which is your today. So I have these in still the thing, but I usually keep the cardboard and until I use the stencil, and then I take it out. But this one seemed to not take the cardboard out. And I have, of course, because I'm a knitter, I have the knitting, I forget what Fair Isle. That's called Fair Isle stamp. Or stencil, sorry. I have and these are all miniatures. So I've got the bricks. I've got the clocks, numbers, just some more numbers and a couple of words, a plus sign. I know some of these I think are layered ones that you could layer, but I haven't tried that yet. Alphabet, I really like that. I haven't even used that yet. That's pretty. And the miniature coffee splatters, haven't used that one yet because I've always used the larger one. I don't know why. This crackle one, I've used that. I don't remember what I used that on yet. And then the gears, because I have a lot of gentlemen that I make cards for. So if you notice the tire one, my sons are mechanics, so that will be perfect for them, and the gears as well. All right, so that was how to organize, or how I organize my stencils. Next up, in 1 second. Next thing I have are my eyelets and grommets, and I have them in a larger container like the last ones with the washies. They're just not as deep. I get all these containers like at the local Value Village, which is a secondhand store, op shop, I think some people call them, or off shop, I'm not sure. So I have it labeled, try to get the glare away. So I have like, we are memory keepers, these 3 rows. And then I have 4mm 3/16 inch. Okay, so those are the ones that fit in my crocodile. Then I have grommets that are, you're probably not even seeing where I'm pointing, sorry. Grommets that are 11mm. And then there's 4mm eyelets. And then there is Walmart's brand, which is called Unique Creatives, or Creative, 4mm, which is 3/16 as well. That would fit in the crocodile, but I'll be honest, they don't work as nice as the We Are Memory Keeper ones. Nothing works like those. Those are like butter when you do them. They're so lovely. So I use those sparingly because they're so expensive to me here. So I'll just use those. And these here are little tiny ones from the dollar store, from Dollarama, from like 20 years ago that I just have. I haven't tried them in anything, so I'm not sure how those work. So this is everything, and I have it sitting in one of my shelves with my crocodile. Okay, so that's my eyelets. Okay, and this one here I have tags. This one is a wine box. You see the handle. It was a wine box. It has a lid that slips in here. Seeing if I could find it. No. Oh, here it is. Anyway, it slides in here because I'd have to take all the tags out to show you. And it's beautiful, just wood. I'll probably do something with it, like junk journal it up. So on one side, because it has a divider here, okay, because it fits 2 wine bottles, I have my unfinished. So I purchased some tags, and I cut up some watercolor paper for tags, and I cut up, and I keep them on the binder ring, and I cut up some mixed media tags, so I know which ones are which. And some I purchased. Like I said, I've got some that I just purchased. They were in scrapbook paper, and they were cut out like tags. Some of these tags, some round tags. So anything that was tag related when I cleaned my room went in this section. There's even little journaling tags. I thought those were adorable. So those would fit right in a pocket, but I left them here so I knew where to find them. And on this side are any that I've already finished. So I did one here, has some sparkle, has a napkin on it. Yeah, some I haven't even made into tags. Oh, here's some really pretty ones. There's one I worked on. This is what I first started junk journaling. This one I did with washi. And I think the next one as well. Yeah, it was washi squares. Yeah, so I have some already done. I won't go through them all because I'll save some for when I do my tour. And I'll be able to show you. Okay, so that was my tag system. My next thing I have is these acrylic section things. They're like shelves, and they have steps. Some would buy them for makeup, nail polish, maybe cans of soup, I don't know. But I keep in the front 2 rows, I keep my ink pads, just not my embossing pads because I don't use them as often, so they're in a drawer. Then behind those, I have 2 shelves of sprays. So there's glitter sprays, oxides, inks, and stains. And then a couple of ones that I had made up myself. And there's 2 empty bottles I'm seeing as well. And then on the very top shelf, I have 2 containers of brushes to do for stenciling or whatever I need. And some markers, highlighters, I guess they're called. So yeah, so I have this big system here, and it's right at the end of my desk because my desk is very, very large. It is, I hope I'm not making you seasick. It is a 5-foot long desk, no, 6-foot long desk, and in a very small room, but we'll get into that more when I do my tour of my room. All right, so on to, I think I have one more item to share with you, and it's my favorite. Be right back. Hi. Sorry I have to flip this the wrong direction to be able to show you my die cut system. So I have a cupboard that's kind of in the middle of my room because my room is very tiny. So I have like a row. You'll see it anyway one day. But this cupboard came from my mother-in-law's, and I wanted to have my paints, some of my paints in it, and all of my die cuts, because I wanted convenience. And I got this idea from quite a few different crafters. So here is one side. Okay, then I'm going to walk over to the other side. This are the front. I wish I could edit on my phone. I can't, I'm sorry. This is the front of the cabinet. I'll try to zoom out as much as I can here. Then I have the side of my cabinet. Sorry, I can't get it all in. It's just very tall. And then we'll go to the inside door. This is where I keep all my birthday, my sentiments for card making. So Mr., Mrs. for wedding cards, Father's Day, anniversaries, that kind of thing is all in this side. Balloons, yeah. And it's inside some of my paints. So I hope you enjoyed seeing a sneak peek kind of my room, how I organized some things. I definitely was looking forward to the letter O just to show you a little bit of the things I have around me. I have a lot, so my room tour will be enormous. So I enjoy doing a lot of different things. My yarn, my crochet knitting isn't even in this room. So this room is for recording, and it's for just doing my junk journaling and my jelly plate stuff. So everything's in here, and I can't wait till you see, because it'll make you feel normal, because it doesn't look all nice and pretty. It's random pieces that I got from the dollar store, or from the secondhand store, or from friends and neighbors that said, do you need this basket? Do you need this box? That's what it's like. So if you're into that, where it's real life, everything's labeled, I know where everything is. I put everything where I would look if I was looking for it. Another Dana K. White quote. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I know my letter N video, N as in Nancy, is not up yet, and that is because it is still loading. Can you believe that? Still loading. I hope nothing's going wrong with it, because I've been having trouble with my old laptop, and it's been giving me trouble. It's either that or the memory card in my camera. That's why I'm not chancing it today and did it on my phone. So anyway, everyone have a great day. Happy Easter to everyone that celebrates. And yeah, I will see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.